Hey everyone, welcome back to Sarah's Bites, and today we are going to be making turkey meatballs. I started by grating my own Parmesan cheese here. Now you can get the store-bought kind, but I promise it will not taste the same in your meatballs. So I definitely recommend grating your own. And you're gonna need about a quarter cup here, and you can definitely add a little bit more if you really like that parm flavor to stand out in the meatballs. Up next, we're gonna go ahead and make the breadcrumb mixture. So you're gonna use half a cup of plain breadcrumbs. You guys can go ahead and use the seasoned kinds, but I just prefer plain since we're already gonna add different seasonings to the meat mixture. And you're gonna need a half a cup of milk. So you can use whole milk, half and half, and I actually went with almond milk today because that's what I had on hand. What I did was put a quarter cup of almond milk in the bowl, mix some breadcrumbs in, and then I added the other quarter cup, but you guys can just go ahead and put the whole half cup in there right away and mix the breadcrumbs with that. And don't forget, you guys, I'll always post the ingredients in the description below so that you guys can have them handy. Go ahead and add 1 egg to your mixture, and then I already diced up 1 small white onion and 2 small garlic cloves, and you're gonna add that in there as well. Now you'll also add your seasonings on top of the mixture. You'll need 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And remember that Parmesan cheese we grated earlier? We're gonna go ahead and add that on top as well before we start mixing everything together. Now just stir everything until mixed well, about 15 to 20 seconds. Next up, while the mixture sits for a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and chop the basil. I just grabbed about 7 to 8 small leaves. You guys can definitely use the dry basil seasoning, but I do think the fresh leaves give it much more flavor. Add your basil to the bowl, and we're gonna add the turkey. Add 1 pound of 93% lean ground white turkey meat. Okay guys, do not be afraid to get your hands in here and mix all this together. You can definitely use a spoon, a spatula, whatever you prefer. I just find that using hands and folding the meat and mixture together is much easier. Don't worry too much about over mixing here. Fold everything together about 30 to 45 seconds and your meatballs will still be tender and juicy. Next, grab a baking sheet and drizzle some olive oil at the bottom. You can use a bowl of water to wet your hands here just like I did to prevent the meatballs from sticking, or you can just avoid that completely. Another option is to use a cookie scoop if you want to make sure all your meatballs are the same size. Now definitely try to avoid making a crazy shaped one like I did because you want to make sure they're cooking evenly. I tried to make mine the size of a golf ball, so I got about 16 meatballs with that pound of turkey, but you can definitely get more if you make them a little bit smaller. Before putting them into the oven, drizzle them with a little bit more olive oil on top so that they can brown. And you guys are gonna bake these for 25 minutes on 400 degrees. And that's it, everybody. This is my go-to recipe for tender and moist meatballs. Pair these with whatever sauce you like best, and you're gonna be so glad you made them. I love adding fresh parsley in mine. You can definitely omit that step. I just think it makes the meatball flavor stand out even more with the parsley combined. And if you guys have any more recipe suggestions, please let me know in the comments below and let me know how these turn out if you try them. Thanks for watching, everybody.